Effective strategies for expanding verb vocabulary. Good morning, everyone. My name is Precious Sarah Carpio, and we are your teachers for today. Today, we will discuss verbs, verb tenses, and type of verb. We are here to help you with your English 7 lessons. I know this video we prepare can help you to understand your lessons in English. So, just like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So now, we will discuss verbs, verb tenses, and type of verbs. Do you have an idea for our topic for today? Let's start! Verb. A verb is a word that describes what the subject of a sentence is doing. Verbs can indicate physical or mental actions, occurrences, and states. For example, Jeffrey builds a house. In this sentence, the word builds is the verb, while Jeffrey is the subject. So now, let's identify where the verb and subject is in the following sentence. Anita is thinking about horses. Correct! In this sentence, the subject is Anita, while the verb is thinking. And now, let's move on to our second topic, which is verb tenses. Verb tenses. Verb tenses depend on the when the action takes place. So what are verb tenses? Verb tenses is divided into 3. There are past or already happened, present or happening now, future or will happen. Past to show that it will already happen in the past. Another example, they danced to their favorite song. In this sentence, we added ed to the verb, dance to show that it happened in the past.
Again, not all action verbs like to follow the rules when we talking. So that's mean not all verbs we can add ed to show that they are in the past.
For example, we say he slept for 9 hours. For the verb sleep, I don't add ed like I do in other verb. I change it completely and say slept. Let's say another example is a verb eat. I say a girl ate her dinner, not eaten. Present tense means it is happening now depending on the subject in the sentence. I either add s or es or just skip the verb in the sentence. The cat scratches the chair. She writes in her journal, my sister cooks dinner. For these examples, we added s or es in the verb because the subject in the sentence is singular. Another example, they look for clues. We dance together. For both verbs, we did not add s or es in the verb because the subject in the sentence is plural. Future tenses means will happen. In that case, we add the word will before the verb. For example, it will rain tomorrow. She will read the last chapter. We will eat the whole pizza pie. They will find the missing ring. For these examples, it shows that it will happen in the future. So far, we learned that we have 3 verb tenses: past or already happened, present or happening now, future or will happen. And now, let's move on to our last topic, but not the least, topic which is type of verb. A verb describes an action or state of being, so there are few types of verbs. Being, so there are few types of verbs, including action verbs, stative verbs, dynamic verbs, regular and irregular verbs, linking verbs, finite and non-finite verbs, helping verbs, and modal verb. Action verbs, stative verbs, dynamic verbs, regular and irregular verbs, linking verbs, finite and non-finite verbs, helping verbs, and modal verbs. Action verb. The verb describes the action the subject is doing. Transitive, an action verb that has a definite object that is being acted upon. Subject plus verb plus object. Example, Alice drawing on the board. Intrusive, an action verb that has no specific object that is being acted upon. Subject plus verb. Example, Alice drawing. Stative verb. This verb tells us about the state of mind of the subject or the relation between the subject and the object, like love, hate, have, appear, believe, fit, sound, remember, prefer. Example, she preferred to eat an apple. Viel love Odette. I have a notebook. Think before you click. I like you.
Dynamic verb. These verbs describe an actual action or process being carried out by the subject or sensation that is felt by the subject. These include eat, run, sleep, walk, talk, go, become, read, think, write, run. For example, he is running the park. She visits a supermarket every week.
Linking verb links the subject to a noun or adjective. These verbs provide additional information about the subject. Is, are, become, appear, will be, been, might be, seem, was, were. For example, she became a nurse. Jenny and Amber are sisters. Regular verb. These are verbs that form their past participle with T or ED at the end. They don't undergo substantial changes when changing forms between tenses. Here is a table. We have base form, simple past, and past participle. For example, ask, asked, asked.
Irregular verb. These verbs don't follow a rule, they make their own change. For example, here again, we have the base form simple, past and past participle. The example become because so they don't follow the rule of adding AD or ED. Each word has a different ending. For example, become, became, become. Boy, bought, bought. Chose, chose, chosen. Do, did, done. Fall, fell, fallen. Finite verb. This verb shows tense, person, and number, so the sentence can include I go, she goes, we went, we want, and etc. For example, I work at Starbucks and she laughed at his joke. With finite verbs, it's important that the verb agrees with the tense, person, and number within the sentence. Non-finite verb. These verbs don't show the tense, person, or number. Three types: gerund, act like nouns, and can serve as a subject or object in a sentence. They end in ing. Example, writing is my hobby. Infinitives consist of to plus verb. Example, I want to play football. Participle is a form of a verb used in a sentence to modify the noun, noun phrase, verb, or verb phrase. Modal verb. This type of verb is used to indicate the possibility of something happening. Show, obligation, or give permission. This includes will, shall, would, should, might, must, can, can't, couldn't, might need, true. For example, must finish my homework. She can speak 5 languages. Helping verb or auxiliary. Auxiliary verb help the main verb. This verb help us identify the tense of when the action occurred. Aim, is, are, was or were, be or been, has or had or have, do or did, shall or will, should or would, might, and being. Example: Anna is moving to a new house. They were playing in the park. And that's all. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. Goodbye.